Alright, what's up you guys? I am here with my top 5 favorite Royal Rumble pay-per-views. Not just the match, but the whole pay-per-view overall. And, when I was putting this list together, I was actually surprised by a few things. And, mainly, there's kind of 2 modern Royal Rumble pay-per-views on here. You can almost say 3. Which is surprising because I'm more of a fan of old school wrestling. But I think the Rumble, kind of lost its footing, in the mid-90s, and then again during the PG era. But I actually do have a PG era pay-per-view on here, and that brings me to number 5, Hear Me Out, 2010. This is a very underrated pay-per-view. You have Undertaker and Rey Mysterio for the World Heavyweight Championship, and I thought that was a really good match. And the Royal Rumble itself was very different. It didn't go the route of having, 15 people in the ring at once. You had a very slow burn. You had CM Punk in there, which was fantastic. You had the story with Shawn Michaels trying to get to WrestleMania, to face The Undertaker. And then we had, Edge returning to, win after his injury. So this was a great Royal Rumble match itself. Had great storytelling, and it really did lead into WrestleMania nicely that year. And like I said, we have some good, decent matches. We have Miz and MVP, Sheamus and Randy Orton. Those are alright. But the World Heavyweight title match and the Royal Rumble were fantastic. Number 4, Royal Rumble 2017. This had my favorite WWE match of 2017. John Cena and AJ Styles for the WWE title. You had Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens in a pretty good match. And then the Royal Rumble this year was just so loaded. You had Goldberg, Brock Lesnar, The Undertaker. So, you had some great moments in here, like Brock Lesnar getting eliminated by Goldberg for another, shock elimination there. And it's cool to see The Undertaker at the Rumble again, as well as Goldberg. So, it's a really good pay-per-view, and I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to say about this one. But, you had 2 great world title matches and a pretty good Rumble. I know people weren't really a fan of Roman Reigns coming out at number 30, but that was just kind of to make Randy Orton not get booed when he won, so it's kind of just genius. Okay. Number 3, Royal Rumble 2001. This has a great Intercontinental Championship ladder match between Benoit and Jericho. As you know, I'm a huge Benoit fan. I can put everything aside. And then you had, tag team titles, Edge and Christian versus the Dudleys, Kurt Angle and Triple H for the WWF title, and then, a great Rumble match. This was when you had Kane having, the eliminations, having the elimination record, and you have Stone Cold winning to become the number 1 contender at WrestleMania. So, this was just really cool. And just such a great roster at the time. I love 2001. It's probably my favorite year for WWE or F. So, 2001 to me is just gold. It's like 2000 as well. Just those 2 years were just so perfect, So, yeah, I just love this event. And, a ladder match with Benoit and Jericho can never go wrong with that. Number 2, Royal Rumble 2007. We had a great opening tag team match with the Hardys and M&M. We had a probably John Cena's best match up to date here against Umaga for the WWE title, because this was when John Cena was basically just the Roman Reigns of 2007. So he had probably his best match so far there, and I think he has improved over the years. But, he had Batista, Mr. Kennedy, which was alright. Bobby Lashley and Test. And I love this cover. That's probably my all-time favorite pay-per-view cover. I know some people don't like it, but I think that's just badass. I really do. So, and this is the Blockbuster version. So, I also do have the regular DVD version, because why not? But the Royal Rumble match itself is my favorite Rumble match. Has my favorite Rumble ending. Not my favorite Rumble moment, but at least my favorite ending, with Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker almost having like a little mini match on who was going to go to WrestleMania 23. And, you know, you had some great entrance in this, and to top it all off with Undertaker and Shawn Michaels, just epic. You had no idea who was going to win at the time. So that itself was just awesome. And finally, we have my favorite Rumble of all time. This is one of my favorite moments in WWE history, period. When Ric Flair won the WWE title in 92 at the 1992 Royal Rumble. You know, you had Roddy Piper and the Mountie. You had, let's see what else we had here. Unfortunately, I don't have a single DVD in front of me for that one. With the Natural Disasters defeating the Legion of Doom. You know, the New Foundation versus the Orient Express. I do have the anthology, but I don't feel like getting all that out. But my point being, this was a fantastic moment. You know, just that interview with Ric Flair, with a tear in his eye. He is the WWF champion. And, you know, I'm a huge Ric Flair fan. Say what you want, you know, for the people that say he has the same match over and over again. I consider him to be one of the greatest of all time. Top 5. You know, if you were to put together a Mount Rushmore of wrestling, he'd be on that. So, to have that, him winning the title, you know, lasting, you know, the longest out of the match, fantastic. Probably one of my all-time favorite moments in history. And it's just epic. I get chills every time I even see it. So, let me know what your best Royal Rumble pay-per-views are. And if you want, I can also do my least favorite. That's going to be a harder list to come up with, but we will figure it out. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. This has been the DVD Freak. Peace out.